In the previous episode, we checked out 3 less visited sites that were covered by the Paris Museum Pass, including climbing the iconic Arc de Triomphe. On that day, there was a Paris Saint-Germain football match, which I almost bought the ticket for, except my friend Big Orange told me that Messi would not be playing on that day. So there was no point of going. I don't know, not sure where he got the information, but I trusted him. However, it turned out that Messi did play on that day. Oh well, thanks for saving some money for me, Big Orange. Anyways, I still had some time. Aurélie strongly recommended me to check out the interior of Opera Garnier, Paris' main opera house. A short subway ride later, I arrived at the Opera metro station. However, it appeared that a fire broke out in one of the classic Haussmann-style buildings right next to the metro station. Oh, no!
Alright, so right now I'm at Opera Garnier, and this is the main opera house, of course, in Paris. So normally for opera houses, I just go in whenever I purchase a ticket for a show, but my friends highly recommended me to just visit this place and buy the visitor ticket. I have to say, wow.
L'Opéra Garnier, like its name suggests, was designed by architect Jacques Garnier. Remember the opera house at the Monte Carlo Casino in Monaco? Yeah, he also designed that one.
You know, there's a reason why even during non-performing time there's so many people. So say this opera house is absolutely impressive.
The interior of the opera house, as you can see, is very elegant and luxurious, comparable to the Palace of Versailles. L'Opéra Garnier also gave inspirations to many other opera houses across the globe, but none of them surpassed the scale or the elegance of the original one you're seeing right now. L'Opéra Garnier is also where the Phantom of the Opera is set. So if you're a huge fan of either the novel or the musical, you must come and visit this opera house.
I would say this opera house puts all opera houses I've visited to shame. Wow.
Inside the main auditorium, the stunning ceiling painting grabbed my attention right away. Can you guess whose work it is?
Yeah, so the main dome for the opera house was painted by none other than Marc Chagall. And I can tell you, that's probably the best Marc Chagall work I've seen. I know we've visited the Marc Chagall Museum in Nice, but seriously, the stuff over there is nothing compared to this masterpiece. Unless you're a big Marc Chagall fan, yeah, definitely skip the Marc Chagall Museum in Nice and just come straight to the Garnier Opera House.
Despite not being covered by the Paris Museum Pass, I think l'Opéra Garnier is a must-see in Paris, like the Palace of Versailles or the Louvre. I'm very envious of Aurélie being a season ticket holder at this stunning opera house. In the future, if I get a chance, I hope I can also catch a performance there. Since I was not going to see the football match, I could stick around this area a bit longer. I noticed something was different about Boulevard Haussmann in compared to the last time I was there. I wasn't quite sure what it was. That is until the night curtain dropped, and I found myself surrounded by Christmas lights. Oh yeah, it was that time of the year again. And finally, Paris looked like a proper city of light.
Yeah, I'm back at La Sorbonne. So well, that's pretty much it. It's already dark. That was my last full day in Paris. The adventure pretty much stops here, or is it gonna be?
Be careful what you say, because soon I found out something that, well, I hope rather it never happened. Alright everybody, I've got some bad news. When I was passing by the RER train station, geez, I realized there was a service announcement that during this weekend, the direct service to Charles de Gaulle Airport has been suspended to pave ways for construction once again. Because I know this construction thing has been going on like forever. When I first got to Paris, actually I heard about this kind of thing that's going to only take place in the following week. So that's why I purposely picked the week after that week to return home to Canada. But now it looks like that has been extended. Oh well. So first, Air France canceled my direct flight to Canada from France. And now I don't even have a direct train to go to the airport. Plus, my new flight only has an hour and 15 minutes of transfer time in Amsterdam, which I have to go through the European Union passport checkpoint. So how is that even possible? 1 hour and 15 minutes. And what if I miss it? And from Amsterdam to Vancouver, the direct flight only runs like twice or 3 times a week. I don't know what's happened tomorrow. Wish me luck. And my new airline, the KLM, told me that this is the only flight I can take. Like I try to ask for, maybe a stopover in Toronto or something directly from France, but they said no. They said this is the only flight available, that I have to take it. Alright, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Let's begin our great escape from Paris to Vancouver. Alright guys, let's get going. This time we're not gonna walk to the airport. And actually getting to the airport will be a challenge today. I'm trying to catch the first metro to Opera, and then from there will be a direct bus that goes through the terminals. And of course doesn't give me a lot of time because my flight to Amsterdam is at 10:20. It takes about an hour from Opera to go to the airport, and of course the subway only starts at 5:30. I think it's already past 5:30 now, and if I can get to the airport by 7 a.m. I'm lucky. Yeah, because I tried to check in online but they won't allow me. Oh well, this is La Sorbonne, so au revoir La Sorbonne. Yeah, so it's 5:40 now, next train coming in 4 minutes.
I know there's a bus scheduled at 6:10 at Opera, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it. If I can make it, then I'll be at the airport by 7 o'clock. That's approximately 3 hours before my flight. Then it should give me enough time to clear everything, you know, the airline wants me to clear. So we'll see. Not only it started raining, but the lights at the legendary Opera House is not on either. I guess we're really gonna go green, huh? But anyways, here's the Opera House, and of course the ceiling painting by Steven Seagal. Sorry, by Marc Chagall. Goodbye for now. Well, the bus is already here, so and of course in the distance is Galerie Lafayette. There are absolutely no tourists right there right now at 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh, seriously? Let's board a bus. Yep, we're on. I will also say it's a good timing because I see it's raining really hard now. Hey folks, just got into Charles de Gaulle airport, but the problem is I went to the wrong terminal, so I'll have to walk outside. Because 2E is for Air France, is for my cancelled flight, and then 2F is where KLM is. So walk all the way from 2E to 2F, and the thing is it's 7 o'clock, I'm already here, so I think I'll have enough time. We'll see you in Amsterdam. Okay, we are on.
Om zoveel mogelijk.
When my flight flew into the territories of the Netherlands, I noticed that almost the entire country was built within a giant dike that divided the parcels of flat lands the country had from the mighty Atlantic Ocean. Very unique. I hope I get to see more of this country in the future.
Get a crew, prepare for landing.
So we just got into Amsterdam. We're actually 20 minutes early. So now let's cross the EU passport control. Alright, now I've passed the passport control. I did not know that Canadians can use the same automatic machines with European passport holders. Oh, that was fast. And now, since I'm inside, I'm just walking to the gate. I still have plenty of time. Great job, KLM. And yeah, I am going home.
Yes! With every odd against me on that day, I was able to board the flight back to Canada. Our adventure in France has finally come to a close, with a good ending. where are we heading next? The answer is quite complicated. All I can say for now is you'll certainly see somewhere familiar. Cough, cough. All right, it's time to draw the curtain. Let's do this, shall we?
Actually, I forgot. There's another sandwich that's made of baguette I haven't tried. It's balmy. But that's mostly Vietnamese. Maybe next time during our trip to Vietnam. So stay tuned. Sayu Rinpoche in Vietnam. Seriously,